All right, Eli, no GAs, but plenty of gas in this series as we have our best one of the day. What are some of your thoughts as we have 4 superstars in the HCS going up against each other?
Man, this is super exciting to watch. I mean, Bubu, I think is one of the biggest brain players we've got when it comes to using all the different equipment to his advantage. And then we've got the new, well, not new, kind of new to Infinite at the very least, Neptune. First look at him. How is he going to pair with his 4v4 teammate Kuhlect? This is an interesting duo in this tournament, to say the least. I mean, I've been watching some of Neptune's stream, and this kid is extremely talented. He's picked up the game very quickly. I'm pretty sure he's playing with a PlayStation controller, which is just weird to me in a lot of ways, but I mean, it's still a great controller. I can't hate on it, but either way, this is going to be an insane match, and it's going to revolve a lot around intelligent teamwork plays and equipment plays as well.
Yeah, almost seems sacrilegious to be playing Halo on a PlayStation controller. We actually found that out from one of our very own, Licinity, who did a great cover feature on that native gaming roster. Tashi, the commissioner, actually approved it for Neptune, and I love that, right? Let's bring Neptune in and let's make it feel comfortable, because we've seen, Eli, when you bring in these Gears of Wars pros, Call of Duty pros, there's just something different about their POV that's really fun to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got the chops. I think he's still learning a lot of stuff. I mean, I came into his stream and taught him about what the rescope behavior, telling him the difference between the Infinite and Legacy. Like, this is a pretty primary feature that, you know, pros were getting used to and asked for and ultimately got, but he wasn't even a part of any of that history. He's just playing with the default settings when he first gets on, and like, he's still frying. So as he learns more and more about the game, and he's got great people to learn with around him, Mikwin probably could arguably be the best person to learn from. He knows the history of all of it, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like his ceiling is extremely high, and he's surrounded by the right people to make sure he gets there.
2 minutes off the clock and 2 kills for Kuhlect and Neptune, looking to add to that count as they do just that, making it now a 2-kill game as Kuhlect has the shock rifle in his hand, spots the camo player, that's Bubu Dubu, and collectively with Neptune takes him down. What a sequence there from Kuhlect and Neptune. Eli, I was just about to start the conversation about how the edge, at least experience-wise, goes to Bubu Dubu and Sparty. These guys have been playing, well, let's say Halo longer than Kuhlect and Neptune have collectively been playing Halo, and they've also been teaming longer as well. But it looks like Kuhlect and Neptune have formed a chemistry, a duo, if you will, very early, despite not having much game time in together.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys have been trying to build that chemistry. I see them searching matchmaking quite frequently. If one of them is streaming, these two are usually the duo that you see running in the playlist together. So they've definitely started to work on that teamwork. Kuhlect also has a lot of experience playing against Bubu and Sparty already, so he's probably maybe predicting the kind of things they're going to go for a bit better and sharing that knowledge with Neptune. But so far, it's a very tight game. Only 1 kill separating the two, and with 10 minutes passing on the timer, that means camo's up. Looks like Sparty was able to get away with it, and Bubu's just trying to set him up for a play here.
Bubu Dubu doesn't have the positioning. Tries to reposition, but my God, look at that angle from Neptune. He's finding spots and angles on the map that existing HCS pros may not even be aware of or use just yet, as Neptune finds the cheeky angle to find the slay. And Eli, we are now tied. 8.5 minutes left to go, tied at 9.
Not surprising. We've got 4 of the best players in the world on your screen right now. Bubu Dubu, though, one of the best to ever do it with this shock rifle. I feel like he's been making plays in all these online tournaments as of late. Bubu's won a majority of them, and he has been absolutely on fire with this gun and the Bandit, so he is not the guy you want to see. Plus, I feel like his experience in 1v1s also helps. Like, you got to have experience where there's a lot less people on the map. The map just kind of breathes a bit differently with less Spartans on it, less grenades. You've got to really change the way you move on the map, and he gets taken down, though. He tries to position himself to get the camo, but yeah, Neptune and Kuhlect with the bait right there. Take him down, take the shock rifle and the camo. This is a huge swing right here.
Look at the discipline, and look at the shots. Look at the trade process there from Neptune. I am so impressed, Eli. When Spartan came in hot around the corner with that grapple slide tech, you think Neptune would be thinking, oh, I got to start shooting fast because he's coming in fast. No, he waited for Kuhlect to respawn, timed the pinch off of that respawn, and took down Bubu Dubu and Sparty, and now have the lead 12-13. Kuhlect with 1 HP, and 1 rack left in that shock rifle. Now make it half split between active ammo and ammo he needs to reload. 2 shots before he needs to reload, so he can take down the team here of Bubu, Dubu, and Sparty. But he gets spotted out. The cheeky jump from C gets called out, but Kuhlect with the first use of the shroud screen is going to stay alive with it.
Very smart usage of it there. I thought that they might push into his shroud, but decide to wait for the shroud to expire. Kuhlect finally exposed and gets taken down. But I like the whole way that Kuhlect played that life. If you have a weapon like the shock rifle against players like Bubu and Sparty, you have to value your life so much more. And when Neptune died, Kuhlect continued to disengage, waited till his teammate was back alive to re-engage. And wow, look at the great play from Kuhlect once again with the ducking and dodging. This man's movement on another level makes himself such a difficult kill. And right there, he just kind of pressed right into Bubu's face, or Sparty's face, to steal the shock rifle.
And now we see a great example of patience there from Kuhlect. We saw Neptune go down. That almost rings the dinner bell for Bubu, Dubu, and Sparty to try and clean up Kuhlect. Kuhlect recognized it, threw that chase grenade out at the top A door, and took down Bubu, Dubu, and the shock as a result. Camo now up once again. Sparty has to watch his back, but no, instead Neptune finds the finishing shots, cleaning up Bubu, Dubu as well. No, but Kuhlect gets the kill nonetheless. Kuhlect gets the camo as well, and now Kuhlect and Neptune, Eli, are starting to build a little bit of momentum heading into the end game.
This might be the biggest lead we've seen all game. This has been neck and neck throughout, but now 3 kills separate the 2. And wow, Neptune gets taken down early and Kuhlect goes down. That was a situation that felt like Kuhlect and Neptune could run away with it with a 3-kill lead and camo advantage. So for Bubu and Sparty to bait and switch in that moment to take both of them out without dying, massive plays out of these 2.
We're seeing some incredible swings in this game, and we are due for an incredible endgame finish. Tied 18-all, but Sparty McFly changes that with a double kill. Neptune and Kuhlect will be on spawn, I imagine, over on the A side. There it is, Kuhlect spawning A alongside Neptune, and now Bubu Dubu. Watch out, he's got the shock rifle, lines up the headshot on Neptune, but no! He goes down instead. Back and forth we go.
That little part of the wall that juts out at glass has killed me so many times, because you do have to expose yourself for just a microsecond to the player that's shooting from Whirl. So props to Neptune for hitting that shot. He's got a lot less experience on this map, but still finding kills like that, so huge. Now it's 20-all going into the end game, 4.5 minutes on the clock, but I doubt this one goes to time.
2020, both teams clearly spotting a route to a victorious finish as Bubu, Dubu, and Sparty will take the edge. 21-20, our best game of the day. 4:20 left on the clock. Sparty looking to push up on the needle side, utilizing that combination we saw earlier. Battle rifle for long range, DMR switch to the short range. Maybe here's an opponent there pushing up on the 8 elevator, switch to that DMR, tries to land the 3-shot melee, but no, only lands 2. Kuhlect takes him down.
Bubu can't get too aggressive here. He wanted to apply pressure to the camo, but recognized he was too weak. If he was to re-expose right there, he definitely would have died. Neptune able to escape with the camo, but grenades are coming in. Can they land? No. Neptune's going to survive, and now Sparty and Bubu going to probably just bait some doorways and try to spot the camo, and Bubu with the eagle eyes takes him down. Sparty right there, able to finish off that kill, and now they might be able to also kill Kuhlect, which the perfect shots from Sparty. This is absolutely unreal from these 2.
What a sequence. 23-21, previously tied 21-all. Bubu Dubu, the best camo user in Halo history. Makes sense why he's got the best camo eyes as well. 2 kills needed to finish off this game 1. Bubu Dubu collectively with Sparty down to no shields, and they're both going to go down. 23-all. We have a tie game heading into the end game. Both teams needing 2 to finish off game 1. Who's going to get it?
Oh my god, did Bubu spawn on C stairs? What an unfortunate spawn, but he somehow escapes before getting sniped by Kuhlect. It was so close. And now this is, yeah, I think what the plan's going to be from Bubu and Sparty. They're going to have to try to bait Kuhlect into wasting the shock ammo. I'm not sure if they have a count on how many shots left, but they did. They baited the shots, but it's Neptune with the plasma pistol. We talked about this earlier. The stick! Oh my god!
It got him! The double from Sparty!
Are you kidding me?
Game 1! 25-24! Just as it looked like Neptune had pushed his team over the edge to win this fight. Bubu Dubu pushing up gold. The plasma pistol noob combo takes him down, but Sparty with the sticky, the flank from the bridge. How did this happen, Eli?
I think Sparty gets a double kill. He throws the sticky perfectly, sticks Neptune, But how does he kill Kuhlect afterwards? After Bubu goes down, it's all on Sparty. Without Bubu on the map, he has to make a perfect play here. Kills him. Yeah. I think he threw. No, his other sticky also killed Kuhlect.
Oh my god!
I think he throws a sticky into bat ledge. Yeah, he throws two stickies. You can see it.
Oh my god! One of the greatest dismantling of gold you will ever see from Sparty as he throws two perfect sticky grenades to win game 1. Wow!
I don't think in all the years that I've played and seen Halo have I seen a game end like that, dude. He throws threw one tough gold to stick and then the other one to bat ledge to kill Kuhlect. That was absolutely unreal.
Wow, we have got to call out that incredible gameplay and sequence from Sparty. The best game we've seen all day. We also got some incredible support from the chat. Tap and Brews coming in hot with that Prime sub. Don't let Jeff Bezos steal 7 cents from you today, guys. Use that Prime sub on an incredible piece of content that we're delivering here live for you guys. Couldn't do it without the likes of Louis V Titan, Tools, and Nighty Night, man. I'm telling you guys, LVT are the GOATs of the Halo community, and you guys are the GOATs for coming through with things like 10 gifted subs from White's Edge. Thank you guys so much for all the support and love. We appreciate it so dearly, and it absolutely fuels that enthusiasm that we have for Halo as we are getting right into game 2. Kuhlect opening up with that kill, and I like that here from Kuhlect and Neptune. That is a gut check moment game 1 where you think you got it and you miraculously lose it. Get on the board early here and you kind of shake off some of those memories, but I gotta imagine some of them are still sticking, Eli.
I mean, when you lose like that, you kind of just gotta tip your hat, be like, all right, bro, you just made one of the greatest plays of all time. Like, straight up, that was completely unreal way for that game to end. I think I'd just be in shock and disbelief if that happened to me on the other team. And like, I think it'd be a little bit easier to move on, be like, all right, bro, you got it. Like, let's just ice up to the next one. And so far they do have a tie game right now, but it's Bubu with the camo shock. I have to imagine Kuhlect and Neptune know this. They're probably going to play a little bit passive until these 30 seconds have elapsed, and that's exactly what they've done here.
I don't think Neptune and Kuhlect took that side of A to where they could see Bubu Dubu jump over to the window. So for now, I believe both of these two teams feeling each other out, tied 2-all. I got to take a step back and just smile and appreciate the moment we are in as Bubu Dubu lands the perfect headshot. Had it been an S7, might have lined it up for a collateral Quigley. Nonetheless, Neptune goes down. Kuhlect will do a great job here. If he's able to regroup and get back to Neptune 2v2, that is a great job. Should be a 4-2 game, I would argue. But instead, because of that heads-up play there from Kuhlect, he could swing things. Neptune gets the kill on Sparty. Kuhlect gets the trade on Bubu Dubu. And we're all even here at 4.
I think Neptune's going to go straight for the shock rifle. If he doesn't get there in time, it could despawn. I don't know if he knows that mechanic, though. He's been playing the game a lot shorter than the rest of them. But yeah, if nobody's near the shock rifle and it's on the ground, it despawns much quicker. If you go within a certain radius of the gun, it will never despawn. But with nobody around, it despawns in about 7 seconds. So I think had Neptune known that, might have beelined his way to that shock rifle on glass. Maybe he doesn't have the experience to know that just yet. But either way, tight game. Exactly what we expected after an insane 24-25 finish in game 1.
4-4, now 6-6. These two teams are as close as you could imagine, and hard to say we expected this thrilling of a series when we got things going, but it kind of feels like we did. Kuhlect looks to clean up Bubu Dubu, and I believe that was a Bubu with the waning camo. Wow. You let Bubu Dubu get away with that camo. Destruction could occur. Instead, Kuhlect earns the double kill, takes down camo, and now has Bubu Dubu and Sparty on the respawn.
Great play out of Kuhlect. I think they got the bead on this spawn as well. They know the shock rifle's coming up, so they're going to take this fight, but they want to do it cautiously. They've got the positioning to grab the shock. This is a very important time to stay alive. If they both go down, then you know you're going to give that shock to two great players with it. But this is a massive pickup. Looks like Neptune dropping the shock for Kuhlect. Knows this man is absolutely unreal. Seen some of the best clips I've ever seen from this man with the shock rifle. Right now, he's going to need to find some headshots, but Bubu and Sparty aren't going to give it easy.
Yeah, it looks like Kuhlect and Neptune are trying to flip the map here. They actually give up the powerful positioning over on the C side. You can see Sparty kind of creeping down there on the bottom mid, bottom C half portion of the map. That leaves Bubu Dubu out by himself. Neptune with some feeler grenades going out Neptune goes down to low shields. Kuhlect, oh, the flank from Sparty. Great positioning. Can Kuhlect win this, though, on his teammate? No,
wow.
Sparty takes him down, but Neptune earns the trade. Crucial sequence here as Bubu Dubu earns the net 1 positive as they go up 9-8.
Such a huge play. It was amazing that Sparty stayed alive as long as he did after being spotted by both. Bubu coming in with perfect timing to just make sure all that damage is capitalized on right here. Love to see the way Sparty plays within Bubu's sightline. You know, Sparty, I feel like he's one of the best slayers we've ever seen. I feel like it doesn't matter if he's in the front of the formation, in the back of the formation, he's going to find a way to get kills. But when these two are paired together, you know Bubu's more comfortable in that like mid to long range fight to overlook Sparty. So I like the way they're taking these fights. It's like Sparty's the front line, Bubu's sitting back. Unless Bubu has the camo, we're going to see him just kind of overlooking Sparty's shoulder. Sparty's going to stay within his sight line most of the time. Right there, doesn't though. You have to think if he just backs up, lets that player chase him, maybe his teammate could help out, but a little bit over aggression there from Sparty, but Bubu's going to hit the shot. Wow.
And I gotta say, Eli, the reason this game is so close is because of Kuhlect's survivability. When Neptune goes down, Kuhlect finds a way to get away from the pushing and pressing Bubu Dubu and Sparty, and sometimes he gets one better and takes down someone like Spartan, like we just saw in that previous play. Bubu Dubu, though, adding to the slay total, making it a 2-kill game as he takes down Neptune. Kuhlect, last player alive, but not in close enough proximity for that pinch that we mentioned previously, as Kuhlect will easily stay alive, wait for his teammate to spawn back up, get some shots down on Sparty as Neptune cleans it up. Bubu Dubu still with that shock rifle. Don't get doubled. Neptune pushing up. Earns the slay. 14-13, now 15-13 as Sparty does a great job to earn that trade and make it a 2-kill game, 15-13.
Maybe a little bit of that experience edge coming into play. Sparty knows that if he just sprints off his spawn back into the engagement, he can finish it off. Neptune, not aware of the spawn system, maybe moves a little bit too forward in that engagement to even give Sparty the chance to kill him. With these items spawning, though, it's going to be very important for whichever one of these teams is closest to the item to stay alive. Whoever wins this next fight is going to have a massive advantage going into the next engagement.
A massive sequence previously there. 16-14. Neptune with the headshot on Sparty. Can Bubu Dubu make it away with camo? It's a huge shutdown. No, he does not. Kuhlect gets the kill, and that's massive. Shutting down Bubu Dubu this game with the camo is a big reason why, in addition to Kuhlect's survivability, that they maintain a 1-kill lead. But 16-14 previously, Neptune got that slay piv win on Bubu Dubu. That could have been a 3-kill game. Instead, it's a 1-kill game, and it's back to that as Bubu and Spartan win out that previous sequence to now take the lead, 18-17. Eli, what do you know? We're back and forth once again.
I mean, what else could you expect after that game one? I mean, I think the greatest lead we saw throughout this series so far was a 3-kill edge. Both these teams been neck and neck in every situation, going back and forth, but now we see that 3-kill lead in the favor of Bubu and Sparty. Can they convert this into a little bit less heart-pounding win this time around?
Sparty looking to utilize that shock rifle and some patience to allow an opponent to walk into that reticle. Sparty thinking the push might be on, checks below his feet. Doesn't spot anybody. Now looking over towards the A ledge. This is the process of elimination taking place. Sparty.
Yes.
Process eliminate C. Process eliminate Cafe. Now you know that they're likely on the window side. You can see that reticle peering towards the driveway and bottom mid window side of the map. Great recognition of the situation there from Sparty as he lands the perfect headshot. Kuhlect now a solo player once again, but he does a great job staying alive, allowing Neptune to spawn up. But here, Eli, with the biggest lead of the game, it's only 4, but it feels critical. It feels like Kuhlect and Neptune got to get these next couple slays.
Love the way Sparty moves around the map. His reticle discipline is so clean. He's always prepared. He's, like you said, process of eliminating where an enemy could possibly show up, placing the reticle in spots. Oh my god, look at the movement from Neptune, though. This guy doesn't have much time in the game, but his strafe is absolutely insane. Almost threw off one of the best.
Strafe? That's almost like deserves a replay.
Yeah, I do want to see that strafe one more time. I don't think I would have hit a bullet.
Strafe there, and who better than to bring that to Halo than the former Call of Duty pro, right? As Bubu Dubu has the camo finally. He's been working all game to earn himself a little camo, but he can't find the kill. Neptune finds it instead. And with 23 on the board, Bubu Dubu only need 2. Now 1 more, looking to clean things up. And Sparty with the double once again makes it a 2-0 lead. These games have been so close. Feels like it could be 1-1 heading into game 3, but instead, Bubu and Sparty have a convincing lead in this series after some incredible games. 2-0.
I think we've confirmed Sparty does have the clutch gene. I mean, this guy knows how to close out a game. Wow. Double kill with perfect shots to end here. But I wanted another look at this strafe, man. Once we get to the replay, highlight some of these others first, though. Kuhlect with the double kill early on. See Neptune gets no scope by Bubu, who was hitting lots of shots this game. Teamwork also able to recognize where this other player was right afterwards. Once again, hitting the shots here.
Great prediction there from Bubu. You see him line up the reticle.
Yeah, he knew he was going to jump up. Yeah, very smart. Nice. Right here we see the positioning. Knows the other team has to push for the camouflage. Kind of a forced scenario. Great play from Neptune there.
I'm actually surprised they won by multiple possessions, Eli, when you consider that Bubu never got going with the camo.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of camo value this game. That's a good point. I mean, in 2v2, it does feel like whenever someone gets the camo, the other team is just going to kind of burn the 30 seconds off the clock. But take a look at that strafe another time going into game 3 here on live fire. Got the camo on this map as well. So interesting that camo is such a big part of 2v2, and so far they haven't gotten much value out of it.
Tied 0-all to start things off. 30 seconds off the board, and now Neptune goes off the map after the headshot from Sparty McFly. Bubu Dubu, his teammate on the counter side of the map. This could open up a pinch on Kuhlect, but again, Kuhlect is not going to give you that kill for free. He's going to stay alive. Make it a 1-0 game instead of a 2-0 game, which kind of feels like I'm picking at hairs here, Eli, but it really is the difference in these matches where it's so close.
This is so interesting. All right, so I was just talking about how in this mode, if one team gets the camo, the other team often just burns the 30-second timer off. Bubu, the big brain that he is, knows that that's the plan of Kuhlect and Neptune. So what does he do? He grabs the camo, but he doesn't even proc it. He actually waited about 20 or 30 seconds before procking the camo so that he could have it for a time longer than the other team expect. At this point, Kuhlect and Neptune think that he's out of camo, and that's why they're pushing. But he's still got the camo because of the big brain play. But wow, the rotations are making this game still only 1-0 so far.
Also, Eli, I love how Bubu elects to rotate to top snipe, thinking, well, these guys aren't going to pressure me for 30 seconds. They're probably going to go run and hide, so I have whatever part of live fire I want. And with the sniper in his hands, he wants the snipe tower. As Bubu Dubu, now at snipe 1, looks to spot a couple opponents. Got Neptune peeking out on the camo side of the map, but the great bait and switch there. Was not expecting Kuhlect to push through. Neptune cleans up on Sparty, and now we see our first lead of the game from Kuhlect and Neptune after a nice collective team double.
And you saw Kuhlect sadly looking around for the sniper. We saw in the death of Sparty of Bubu, that the sniper fell off the map. It didn't even look like he intentionally threw it off the map. It just kind of fell off. So a bit of good fortune for them. When they go down, they don't give that power item to the other team. And this is not what I expected for this game. To be, we're more than 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, this could be our first game that goes to time. And with that trail of the QT, Neptune knows that opponent has went back over to the green side of the map. Doubles back, it looks like, and goes back-to-back down. Bubu Dubu and Sparty are down, and Kuhlect here, this is the juxtaposition of Bubu Dubu's delayed pop. I think Kuhlect here could have held on to it until maybe the nest bridge. Now you could have popped it. We're, again, picking at hairs here, but that's the difference you kind of need to focus on here with such close gameplay. Kuhlect with the grenade on the pillars. Bubu Dubu down to low shields. He's making himself a difficult kill. As Kuhlect earns the first value we've seen out of the camo maybe all day, as he nets the double kill and a 3-kill lead.
It's looking great for the blue team. Sniper rifle in the hands of Kuhlect. We've seen what this man can do with it, and he's going to take it to the tower, like you talked about. Probably the best part of the map to snipe from, but in a lobby like this, you got to be thinking levels ahead. Like, okay, what's the best thing to do? Number 1. Number 2, what is the other person going to do? And number 3, what does the other team think that I'm going to do, and how can I counter that? There's so many levels to this, right? So I think that Kuhlect might actually reposition here to try to be a little bit more unpredictable. Yeah, as we see here, he here's this player approaching him, and he's trying to do this in an unpredictable and deceptive manner. He's going to completely leave here because he knows that he doesn't want to lose this weapon.
And with Neptune you might think he's out of place from Kuhlect. Neptune at the green side of the map, Kuhlect top snipe, but I love that positioning, again, from a process of elimination. You know, for Kuhlect at snipe area, they're probably not there. If Neptune's over on green, probably not there. And that almost forced a predictable push here from Bubu, Dubu, and Sparty. I imagine Kuhlect and Neptune have the edge on where they are. Neptune gets that first kill on Sparty, maybe because of that intel and information. Kuhlect still trying to gather that final piece of information as to where the hell Bubu Dubu is. As he's finding his way around the map, there's a QT portal there on the A sandbag side, and Bubu Dubu and Sparty are split once again, but it's strategical. Bubu with some shots into the back of Kuhlect. QT gets used once again,
wow.
And Bubu finds a sticky, it looked like, on Neptune instead of Kuhlect.
I don't know which player had that QT in play, but that was insane. So they get separated, but he knows that his teammate's playing near the other end of the portal, so he has the option to portal back to be with his teammate if necessary, or he could just win a 1v1 on the other side. These guys are thinking many steps ahead here.
Something else you got to think about, Eli, something you brought up, this game going to time. I feel like with 1 minute before we reach the halfway mark, both teams theoretically would need 12 and 12 to complete to a 25 finish. It doesn't look like that's what we're going to get. So keep an eye on the strategy. As Neptune has a pip there with Sparty, but Sparty wins it. Should be an easy cleanup here for Kuhlect. Got to hold my breath, though, because Sparty, and Bubu Dubu is Bubu Dubu. Finds the trade, the +1 net outcome, and really +2, 3, or 4 with the camo, sniper, and the positioning to work with. They could start to roll.
I think very interesting right there. So Bubu continued to hold forward next to his opponent's dead body. Now, you know how the death cam works in this game. If you get killed by the camo player, the camera will still follow the player that just killed you. Right there, we saw that Neptune knew he was there, probably because Kuhlect was watching the death cam. Bubu's still able to stay alive somehow and bring it to a tie game now. So I don't know. I kind of expected Bubu to take a route that was out of the vision of the dead body he had just killed, because that's how you get even more value out of the camo, but he's proven to me that it didn't even matter.
Surprised to see Sparty not pick up that sidekick that he clamored for in HES Season 1 Twitter conversations. Instead, rolls with the DMR. Makes sense. Lands the shots on Neptune. Gets cleaned up, though, by Kuhlect. As Kuhlect has the sniper, and it's a full one at bat. 8 shots to work with. If you stay alive here, does Kuhlect, as Dubu does a great job of staying alive with that QT, but if Kuhlect can just stay alive, it's 11 to 11. That is a win condition. Doesn't even need to get slays here necessarily. Just needs to get those body shots. Allow Neptune to clean things up, as Neptune does, in fact, take down Sparty. Trades out with Bubu Dubu, and we have that 1 kill game. 5:20 left on the clock, 12 to 13. Eli, this one's definitely going to time.
I mean, the pace is kind of picked up, but yeah, you're right. I mean, as you get closer to the finish line, I think they will actually start to play slower once again. It's going to be based on the advantageous position of the winning team. If they can afford to sit still, they will. But if they have an upper hand, they might as well press it while they have it. So I don't know. There's so many items to play for right now. There's always going to be an argument. Well, maybe we should just wait till the camo comes up. But wow, Kuhlect hitting a snipe, and Bubu's going to have to run away. Looks like I'm a little bit surprised. Neptune and Kuhlect not electing to push the one player still alive on the other team. Usually that's the play in twos, right?
I think they're content, though, Eli. I think they might think it feels like a little bit more like 2:30 left on the clock. There's 4:30. But I think with this 2-possession, 3-kill lead, camo up soon, they're going to elect to play this one out. And again, not even necessarily go for the slays and aggressively play for slays with the snipe. They're just looking to stay alive with it. If you can go the rest of this game without Bubu or Sparty touching the snipe, I believe Kuhlect and Neptune should win this game 3. Kuhlect looking to lock down the slay, the trade melee. No, he wins it out cleanly outright. Has a little bit of camo left to work with. QT up in 3, and the lead is now 4.
Such insane plays from both sides. I mean, I can't even fully break down all of the things that just happened without playing the whole thing in slow motion from third person. I mean, that's both teams making themselves such difficult kills, but it is Kuhlect and Neptune coming out on top. We see the trade Sticky come out at a time that matters most. I mean, they have a 4-kill lead. Time is winding down. Trades are definitely in the favor of Kuhlect.
And Neptune here, he can just QT out. If he doesn't like his shielding, he can just QT out like he does. Great positioning. Oh, he re-engages, which probably surprises his teammate. Surprised us. Or excuse me, his opponent. It surprised us. Bubu Dubu goes down to low shields. Neptune re-shields, as does Bubu Dubu on the backside of Mud. Kuhlect looking to clean him up. But instead, he's just going to be bait. I love this. Really forcing the chase here from Bubu and Sparty. Down 4 with less than 4 to go.
Yeah, I love the way Neptune decided to cover Kuhlect's back while he runs away. Said, you know what? If you chase my teammate, you can catch this sticky grenade. Right. Both of them kind of reposition. Bubu getting caught off guard. Did not expect the rotation to come through sandbags here. And at a time that is very important with this sniper rifle coming up, a 5-kill lead, only 3 minutes on the clock. This is looking very good for Kuhlect and Neptune to win this game 3.
Massive win condition, maintaining that use of the sniper rifle. Again, just having it in the hands of Neptune or Kuhlect should earn them a potential reverse sweep game 3 win, starting win. It all starts with game 3, and that's what Kuhlect and Neptune look to have revved up here, as we have had one of our greatest series of the day, Eli. Every single game going back and forth, but take a look at the scoreboard now. This is the biggest lead. This is the most domination we've seen expressed, as Kuhlect lands perfect shots. Neptune looking to push in on Sparty. You did see Kuhlect clean that up, but no, Neptune, seeing that Sparty took focus on Kuhlect, cleans up instead with that body shot with the snipe. This is the best that we've seen of these two teams. How well does that bode for Kuhlect and Neptune as they're on the verge of starting off this reverse sweep?
This is a nice game they're having, but the bad news is they're going back to maps that they've already lost on. This is the only live fire they're going to play in the best of 5. They got to go back to the streets of Recharge and Solitude where they've already lost. So, but at the same time, this level of momentum can shift things. They did barely lose the other 2 games, so you have to argue maybe this little bit of extra momentum could give them the edge when they replay these maps. Plus, they've seen the strategy of Bubu and Sparty in the first 2 games. If they've learned anything and adjust,
they're splitting them up.
That you could see them definitely come back and win these next 2.
No, they were doing a great job splitting them up, forcing chases, forcing disadvantageous positions. And yeah, I want to take a quick sec too, Eli, as we get into game 4. There's been a lot of conversation in the chat today as we are hosting one of our first ever completely self-funded, regulated self-admin. I mean, this is all being done behind the scenes by LVT. Again, the GOATs of the Halo community. And I know it's disappointing to get ads. Some of you guys probably can't even hear this because you're in an ad break right now, but we do our best to make sure that ads play in between games, not during gameplay. Sometimes we don't have control over that as well. It just plays and it's just sort of life, right? What I will say, your trade-off for ads as a viewer are so that we can do tournaments like this, so that we can cover every single online tournament that Halo has. Imagine all these HCS Open Series. If it weren't for LVT, there's nothing to do on Saturday and Sunday, outside of playing Halo, of course, but to watch and play, I don't know. That's kind of my favorite thing to do. Let's not forget the LAN events. Flying out to LAN events. Guys, we're not out here making money. Any of the money we do make on these ads or subs goes to being able to fly Eli and out to Seattle so we can commentate the free-for-all grand finals. It flies Eli and I out to the first tournament of HCS Season 3 so we can cover the open bracket. Things that have never, ever been done before in Halo are all possible, and it'll sound silly to say, because of you guys watching ads. So I know there's a little bit of hate in the community for these disgusting ads that run, but they do so much to allow us to provide you guys limitless and endless Halo content as we continue on with our game 4, a 2-1 lead here for Bubu, Dubu, and Spartan as 1v1 takes place in about a minute. Look at this, everybody goes down. How fitting for this incredible series that we see in game 4. All 4 go down right off the rip.
And not only that, the camo is still up to play for, so all 4 players dead in the lobby, and they've got to come off spawn and still fight for the items. Couldn't get more dramatic than that, but wow, I just want to shout out Powerful's Nail and Made by Vigar. I'm not sure how to say that name, but either way, thank you so much for the insane support. We got 5 from Powerful, and
it's made by Edgar.
Made by Ed. Oh, I'm illiterate. Please ignore me. Wow, made by Edgar. I was adding the E to buy, like, never mind. That was, yeah, forget about that. But thank you so much for the support, guys. I know these games are hyping you guys up. You guys are hyping us up, and we're in for a treat throughout the rest of this month.
All right, and after a 2-2 start, it's now 4-7. Kuhlect and Neptune have done a great job to sprint out to a 4-kill lead as Neptune wins another piv on Bubu. Dubu Kuhlect happily takes to the back wall there and gives a little nod of approval towards his new teammate Neptune.
Absolutely, and 8 kills to 5 early on. They did win the last game. I think they are carrying some of that momentum here, but positioning not looking great. That sticky, though, is looking great. So massive. There's no sticky repulsor combo on this map anymore, but the stickies are still there, and they're still Very powerful. We've got Sparty with the not only the shock, but also the grapple. I think the grapple we haven't talked about enough, Hunter, because, I mean, what's often the case in 2v2 is you might lose a teammate and then you're caught out in the open and die. But with the grapple, you have a little bit more escapability. You can get out of a situation or reposition. Turns out it wasn't enough for Sparty to get out, but Bubu gets a trade, and once again, all 4 players on the map were dead. I don't think we've seen that at all in any of these series so far. It's happened twice in this game.
Oh, this is incredible. And we peek around the tournament. There's some matches going on that looked pretty close, but my God, none have been better than this series as Bubu, Sparty, Kuhlect, and Neptune have put on a show for the Halo community as Kuhlect procs that camo. Looks to turn into a ghost in the night. Could potentially build on this 4-kill lead. Eli, Bubu and Sparty really only ever held a 3-kill lead in games 1 and 2. Now games 3 and 4, we've seen multiple possessions, 4+ kill leads for Kuhlect and Neptune. Easy to make the argument that the momentum is rolling in their favor as they roll through Bubu and Sparty once again, taking them both down, now up 6.
I just want to say, man, so if people aren't familiar with the Halo 5 history, this guy Neptune was on the rise at the very end of Halo 5. You could argue that he was catching his spark at the perfectly wrong time. And then, of course, Halo 5 loses some popularity. COD looks like the grass is a bit greener. Neptune switches to COD. Neptune doesn't really get the full chance that he could have had if Halo 5 lasted a little bit longer, right? But now decides to come back to Halo, gets a chance with teammates like Kuhlect and Mikwin. And I feel like this experience, every single game that he gets against top players, he gets better. And I'm just excited to see where this kid's ceiling is, because he was on the path to become one of the greats in Halo 5, but Halo 5 just stopped hosting tournaments. So now we might actually get to see his ultimate potential. And like I said, every single time he has a chance to play against these top players, he's getting better and better. And right now, so far, it looks like he's learned something in those first 2 games, because they have not looked back in these next 2.
Neptune making his return to Halo, and my goodness, what a return it's been. Eli, there is no player in the HCS that has more upside than Neptune. Just on the basis of like you said, every single game he plays, he's catching up a little bit to that game time that all these other HCS pros have on Neptune. That edge is shrinking smaller and smaller with every passing day and every passing game, where Neptune seems to get his Halo feet underneath him even more so than before, as Neptune does a great job there. Just plays bait, doesn't need to stand out and potentially risk going down, allows Kuhlect to clean up his opposition. And now Kuhlect and Neptune have the press on a solo Bubu Dubu. Can he make it out? Can he become bait for Sparty? Instead, no. Sparty is going to clean up. Now we have a 1v1 crucial battle for the shock rifle. And what do you know? All 4 are dead. Once again, Eli, 4-kill lead, though, maintains for Kuhlect and Neptune.
I mean, could these guys be any closer? That's 3 times that all 4 players have been dead at the same time. And I don't know if anybody's in position to go pick up that shock rifle. Everybody's spawning around the perimeter of the map. I'm pretty sure that shock rifle probably despawned by the time anybody had a chance. But now a 3-kill game, 16-19, going into the end game here. Bubu and Sparty can absolutely come back into this. I'm sure nobody has forgot the way they won game 1 with that incredible double kill. But can he make another miracle happen? We'll have to see.
17-20. We are in the end game here, as it looks like Kuhlect and Neptune are primed to head us to a reverse sweep sweatfest. Game 5, Sparty at the top of gold. We saw him win game 1 previously with an incredible dismantling of Bat Ledge and top gold. Now he's looking to make a play from that position, has opponents down to low shields, and because of that, elects to push up instead. Now here on the high side of A, Bubu Dubu, where's he at? How's he going to help out in this situation? Looks like he's going to try to find some cross shots into tower from Needles. And once that damage goes down, he's going to tell Sparty to go clean it up. But Kuhlect and Neptune aren't going to give him those angles.
Both teams honestly in good position to contest this camouflage. Sparty, though, this top cat gets the early damage, decides to chase it down, maybe recognizes that they're split. Yeah, Bubu must have told him, hey, his teammate's over there. You can push. After he gets the early damage, sees the opening to grab the camo, and this is exactly what they needed to come back into this. Not only that, but they also have the shock rifle in the hands of Bubu Dubu.
Oh, Sparty with camo, Bubu with shock and grapple. So despite a 2-kill lead here for Kuhlect and Neptune, Bubu and Sparty now look primed to make a comeback of their own. Bubu Dubu, I think he had something else in mind. I think he was looking to get maybe into that top tower door.
No, he used that specifically to get just a slightly better. No. He maybe also sound bait, but he used it to try to get a slightly better angle if that player was camping on the stairs, which is a common place that somebody would sit. He gave himself just enough height. He couldn't quite get that much height with a regular jump, so he clung to the ceiling like Spider-Man for a second, see if he could get a little bit of extra angle on him. And yeah, I mean, he's using every single charge of the grapple to get some value.
I mean, just the fact that we're talking about all the different possibilities there as Dubu finds one as he takes down Neptune, but just the fact that we're discussing all of what's Dubu trying to do, that's what the opposition are thinking as well. And if we can't figure it out, the likes of Eli the Ninja, the big brain he's got, it likely means Kuhlect and Neptune can't either, as we have a 2021 game now. Wow, Neptune with a huge takedown on Sparty, stopping the momentum for now from Bubu and Sparty.
Bubu knows that they're going to push from both sides right here. He's going to try to isolate one of these opponents. Finds the trade, which is massive. Sparty, can he win the 1v1 against Kuhlect? No. Shot's looking a little bit shaky. Kuhlect definitely a hard target to shoot at. Sparty knows how talented. Yeah, I mean, he gets the shock rifle, and this could very well be what brings him to a game 5.
This would be a tied game. Instead, it's a 3-kill game. Kuhlect has the shock as well. The butterfly effect of that previous piv against his duo, now rival for the day. Kuhlect versus Sparty, as this has been an incredible series, licking our chops for a potential game 5, and we're gonna get it, chat. Bubu and Sparty versus Kuhlect and Neptune has been one for the ages. I imagine game 5 will be just as good as games 1 through 4 have been. Wow.
Hunter, is this the grand finals, or is this just
is this the greatest 2v2 series ever?
Like, what are we watching, man? I'm pretty sure this is round 4 in the tournament. I mean, we've still got rounds 5, 6, and 7 to go in the winners bracket before we get to those winners bracket finals. And the competition is already insane. Going to game 5, that means we're going back to Solitude, I believe. And wow, I mean, that was the game that Bubu and Sparty won by at least a slightly larger margin, but it just feels like the momentum has shifted to the side of Kuhlect and Neptune. This could go either way.
Well, on that Solitude match, Eli, Neptune and Kuhlect were up. And then remember, we started talking about the process of elimination where Bubu and Sparty ran a clinic on how to do that, as they found the location of Neptune and Kuhlect, not through their showing of their positioning, but just through their game sense. And Sparty earned the double right after that, with the predictable reticle lined up on a player. I believe that was pushing out from the window down to bottom mid location, Prius area. And then that was about all she wrote. So keep an eye on the shock rifle. It was absolutely massive in that previous game on Solitude. Not a big impact, though, was the camo. I don't think we see another game on Solitude, especially with Bubu Dubu in the lobby, where camo is in a massive win condition. As Bubu Dubu, look at that, sprints directly out for it, and they're not going to contest the greatest camo player of all time. That's a little bit of an odd opening strat, but let's see how it plays out here for Kuhlect and Neptune.
So interesting, the chess match when it comes to the opening strat. Sparty and Bubu win the chess match. So I say that because in the previous game from the same side, Kuhlect and Neptune chose to go glass side off the opening to contest the camo a little bit more directly. This time they elect to go yard because they're trying to predict what the opponents are going to go for. This time Bubu's just said, you know what, I'm just going to hold forward and grab the camo. It turns out Kuhlect and Neptune did not predict that, able to get away with not only the camo but also the shock rifle.
Sparty adding to the slays, making it a 2-possession 3-kill game. Now make it 4. A 4-0 flawless start here for Bubu Dubu, and you can't let this team collectively earn the killing spree. 5-0 start, Eli. This, like I said earlier, on Solitude actually, it feels like Kuhlect and Neptune need these next 2 slays.
Bubu knows that the spawns were likely on Tram. That's why you see him keep looking right back at the loop side. Sparty baiting them to come out, able to get the plasma pistol kill somehow. I think the full charge of the plasma pistol actually earned the kill there. Usually only happens when the player's already one shot, but very powerful. Now Bubu crossing over, knows that Neptune probably doesn't expect this.
Wow, pulls out the shock?
Yeah, I thought he would keep the bandit out in that spot, but maybe just feeling a bit confident to hit the shot. Massive shots out of Sparty, not easy ones to hit. That player was moving high to low, then low to high. I mean, that was, wow, impressive, perfect shots from Sparty.
Yeah, going back to that conversation, I don't necessarily like the process there from Bubu Dubu taking out the shock rifle when he had an opponent 2 shots with the DMR, but you know what I do like is that it means Bubu Dubu's feeling himself. He's feeling confident. Right. You know from working with and teaming with Bubu Dubu in the past, when you got a confident Bubu Dubu on your side, he is a top 5, top 10 player in the league, and I don't know how many people are going to argue with that. Let's get some discussion going in the chat, but I really do think Bubu Dubu, one of those glue guys, those X factors on the squad that
my God.
plays it better than anybody else.
Look at the stat column. Sparty, 8 kills, 0 assists. Bubu, 0 kills, 6 assists. Are these guys not working together flawlessly
That
right
glue,
now? I mean,
that glue, man.
Another assist and kill combination. Bubu is 0 and 2, but with 7 assists, he's been helping Sparty get every single one of these kills. Finally, doesn't help him with that one.
Should have been a frenzy, actually. Look, I could have snuck the frenzy in right before. Sparty, nonetheless, will take the 10-1 start to this game. And yeah, what a wild 7-2 offsuit for Bubu Dubu, but he's making that hand work for him as he has found many assists, a lot of damage. And there we go. Neptune gets things started by taking down Sparty. Once again, he's a little bit of a blender right now. 2 deaths back-to-back after 10 kills to start. Have collected Neptune with life.
I just love to see this teamwork. I mean, that's exactly what you imagine with this duo, right? Like Bubu, the ultimate support player. We saw him put up, I think, 17 assists in a 4v4 game in the last tournament and fours, and maybe it was 19 assists. I'm pretty sure it was 19. One of the highest numbers I've ever seen in a Team Slayer was Bubu Dubu's stat line. And I mean, this guy just knows. He's like in volleyball. He's the setter, and Sparty is just spiking the ball every time, and I love the process.
Yeah, and I love how with this LVT 2v2 Open, we get a little sneak peek at the microcosm of this duo that's formed between Bubu Dubu and Spartan. And you know what? For what it's worth, it's been Bubu and Falcated, right? Those are the 2 roommates. But and that's always going to be the case. Bubu and Fal will always be a duo for that chemistry and relationship that they have. But now you're telling me that Bubu and Sparty are getting to that level? Watch out, because I think a lot of talk has occurred about Native Gaming potentially stealing a spot in the Big 3. You guys are forgetting about Sentinels, but Kuhlect with the 360 says don't forget about Kuhlect and Neptune, because Kuhlect also on that squad with Sparty. Or excuse me, on that squad with Native Gaming. Sorry, I'm getting a little head spinning with all of the team changes this offseason. But Kuhlect spins again at the top of Camo, lands another shock rifle kill, and after a few impressive sequences from Kuhlect, these guys are right back in it. Now it's just a 2-possession game. What an incredible response and regain here from Kuhlect and Neptune.
The biggest part of this comeback is they've been staggering Bubu and Sparty's spawns, both of them dying alone on repeat because of the timing at which they've been getting the kills. But now they're both back on the map. See if they can get back to that set and spike kind of setup I was talking about before. Bubu with some great long-range shots on Neptune. Somehow Neptune stays alive. Both players extremely weak. Now the 2 full shields players are going to 1v1. Kuhlect's going to win that, but Bubu's going to pick off his teammate, and he's jumping on top of the silo in a way that I don't think Kuhlect expected at all. Kuhlect, one of the best movement players we've ever seen. He repulses his way to LR. What are we watching?
And he did the repulsor 360 movement tech. Now he's dropping down to potentially take down Sparty. What a play from Kuhlect. I'm thinking to myself, is he going to make himself a hard kill? He did more than that. Unbelievable positioning around the pillar, using it almost as a third teammate to protect himself, as Bubu Dubu had his head spinning, trying to spot Kuhlect and Neptune simultaneously. As the game is still at a 5-kill lead for Bubu and Sparty. They felt in control for the most part in this game 5, but Kuhlect and Neptune have life, and a potential camo here in the next 15 could wreak havoc on this map.
Man, I am loving this so far. I mean, I think 2v2 is the perfect game type to like really show the most skill expression. Like in 4v4, of course, there's a lot of skill expression, but it's so much more about teamwork and, you know, hitting timings and blocking spawns and all that. You don't see as many like insane movement options, because usually the player is just going to die because there's a third person on the map to kill him. But right there, that little engagement between Bubu and Kuhlect, where they're both kind of jumping over each other's heads, doing crazy movement options, really putting each other in the blender. And I think, you know, a lot of old school players would say maybe 2v2 is the purest form of Halo. It's been what we've been playing since Halo CE. And I mean, you think back to the Ogres, some of the coolest plays we ever saw. I mean, it feels like could be the most pure form of Halo.
2v2, Eli, is the fundamental foundation of Halo. Even in 4v4s, it's split, if you will, between teams of 2. Those 2 sets of duos on each squad. Who's got the better duos? Who's got the better chemistry? A lot of times it comes down to that duo work, and we see that continuously in 2v2s. Thought the sticky might have stuck. Instead, Sparty goes down to 1 HP. Bubu takes down Kuhlect. Oh, but Neptune with the collateral damage takes down 2, and it's now just a 3-kill game. 19-16, 5 to go.
Oh my god, I thought I heard the audio cue of the sticky grenade connecting, but I guess it did not.
I thought.
It could have been just an observer. Keep in mind, guys, the observer in this game is not a perfect representation of what's happening in the game. There is a little bit of desync involved, so sometimes you'll hear a cue as if a sticky stuck that did not, because the observer version of the game thought it did. So I think that's what happened there, but this is so close here.
Let me point something out. It's a 2-kill game, and you brought up some stats. Bubu Dubu, since it was a 5-kill, 6-7-kill lead for Bubu and Spartan, Bubu's only gotten one more assist, and Sparty looks like is 4-9. So this is absolutely going the wrong way for Bubu Dubu and Spartan, despite the fact that they're in the lead. Collector lands an insane 1 HP shot on a 1 HP opponent. And what timing, as that will earn them the camo. They have the shock. They're down in this game, but watch out. They've got the whole kit to work with. Both power weapons and power-ups. As Kuhlect does earn the camo. Bubu Dubu with some shots in him. He's going down. It's 19 all. Tied heading into the end game.
Oh my god. And he's going to hit the melee, taking the lead for the first time this entire game and when it matters most. But wow. I mean, I think the difference with the assist is the fact that what Kuhlect and Neptune are doing so well is they're isolating them. They recognize, like, hey, these guys are only good when they work together. Let's just isolate them one by one and pick them off. And it's been by that incredible process that they've been able to make this comeback happen. And wow, the sound effect of the lift going to be against Bubu and Sparty here. They know that they both went up, and I'm impressed that Sparty's able to get that much space after lifting. This is so important for him to get into another position so they can get some type of team fire going again.
So important too, Eli, is the 1-kill lead that Kuhlect and Neptune have. They're not going to feel pressed to push out for the shock rifle. They've already got one in their back pocket, albeit one shot. But with this lead, it kind of tells me that Bubu and Spartan, you guys got to come to us. You guys got to engage with us. As Bubu Dubu lands the cross-map shots on Neptune, tying it at 20 all. Numbers advantage edge, but how well has Kuhlect done to hold the line and not go down in a 1v2 scenario? Because of it, we're tied 20 all with 2:38 left in this game.
Sparty was able to make some insane plays to win the end of both games 1 and 2. Does he have the ice to do it in the game 5 though? I mean, this is where everything's on the line. This feels a lot different than games 1 and 2 did. Can he ice up and hit the shot? Everything's on him right now.
Kuhlect with a crucial win there on Bubu Dubu, takes the lead by 1. Oh, Sparty lines up the headshot on his teammate. Kuhlect, and we're now tied 21 all once again. Clock's a factor. 2 to go.
Unreal. Nerves of steel. This guy's hitting every shot. Granted, they're not all headshots, but just the body shot is enough pressure to keep them back, especially when camo's coming up. Bubu sees the opening. He knows that he has to go for it right now. Can he get away with it, though? They're going to chase him down, but Sparty's going to use him as bait.
Oh, my God.
Is he going to take down Kuhlect too? But he doesn't even go for the camo. He leaves it. They're totally fine with using it as bait here.
And it's bait now. Exactly, Eli. With the 2-kill lead, it's on Neptune and Kuhlect now to push out and earn a couple slays. Neptune takes down Sparty, but Bubu Dubu trades him out. 1 kill left. Bubu Dubu with the camo, but Collector's the kill. Doesn't allow Bubu Dubu to sneak out. 24-23, and Neptune has the snipe. Oh my God! Sparty, 24. This is coming down to the wire. 1:30 left on the clock, and 1 kill between these two teams will end what's been the most incredible 2v2 series of the day. Kuhlect taking his positioning up at the top of A ledge. Bubu Dubu at the top window of Cafe. That grenade did a lot of damage. Neptune down to 1 shot as well. Looking to sneak out a couple shots, but both will back up and take a deep breath. But no, Bubu and Sparty, they're not taking a breath. They're going to continue pushing up. They have the emphasis. They have the pressure. They have the damage. And now they're looking to clean it up and finish. Neptune down to half shields. Kuhlect down to 1. Can they stay alive? Both pushing window. Neptune down to 1.
Surviving.
They're not going to chase. They're going to play this smart. Bubu gets the kill because of the sticky. They didn't drop. Instead, they go up in the game and take game 5 and stop the reverse sweep.
I can't even talk right now. What did we just watch? The ice on these guys right now. The ice. I mean, think back to game 1. If Sparty never gets the most insane double kill with stickies that we've ever seen, they wouldn't even be in this position, arguably, because they would have lost 3. What was that game? Bubu and Sparty with a huge lead, the amazing comeback from Kuhlect and Neptune, and then the ice at the very end. Nobody able to die. This huge kill right here on Bubu when he's trying to get away with the camo brings it to 23-24. This insane snipe from Neptune right here. You can't write this is like a movie, man. You can't write it any better.
It really did. It felt like the Fast and Furious or something. I don't even know, man. Family. Girl, that sticky family. I don't even know. But no. Seriously, though, and we tried to call this as well as we could in real time, but the decision to stay on the window and not drop to chase a one-shot opponent that was baiting you out to the left, I believe was Kuhlect, Neptune down to 1 HP below the block and the pillar there. Great decision-making to utilize your equipment and earn the final slay with those grenades at a 2024 moment. And look at this series layout, Eli. Every game just about came down to 1 or 2 possessions outside of game 3. What a series. One of my favorite 2v2s I've ever witnessed.
All these little things driving me crazy. I just wanna be free.